You ever notice the moment you stop caring, you pull back for real, they suddenly start caring? And I'm saying you generally don't care no more. Like, you literally checked out. You focus, you on to the next or better. But it's in that instant where she suddenly cares now. Notice the energy shift. Seems like there's random interest now. It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence, I'm telling you. Let's break down what's happening. When you're emotionally invested, she feels it. You checked in, you adjusted, you monitored. That lets her know I'm not going anywhere. I'm here. I'm here when you need it. That's why I'm big on never really show off that interest, right? When she's blowing you up, when I'm not saying to play these games, I'm saying literally to just move in a flow state. Whether she's in your life or not, it's not really affecting you. That's how I want you to look at it. Because you'll quickly realize the more attached you become to her, how she falls back more. And whether or not you want to accept it as a game or not, they do these things, right? It's not a coincidence why when you start, suddenly you really don't care, or maybe you're losing interest for her, so you're not doing as much. You'll notice that she starts to do more, right? Maybe the things that she wasn't doing before that was kind of getting you irritated has now changed the dynamic, because now she's starting to go back to her old ways or whatnot. That's not a coincidence. This is how guys fall into that cycle, that trap, where they don't know what's going on. The more experience you have with women, you'll realize less is more, right? And this translates to real life setting as well. When you're trying to hold on to everything, when you're trying to force everything, you are naturally repenting it, because you are trying to grip. You're trying to force the things to move the way it's supposed to, right? Like, imagine water. You can't force it to make a wave, or it naturally does, right? It moves based off the tides of the moon, whatnot. So with women, you have to truly understand that it's all psychological, right? It's all mindset. You want her to be thinking about you. You want her to know, you want her to feel, what is his day like? How, is he thinking about me? How is he? And you can do this without manipulating. You can do this without really doing much effort, honestly. The most simple way, and this will work if you're in a relationship, if you're dating, or if it's getting tension, starting to build, is to literally just move like you don't care. And this translates to staying on your mission, on your focus, right? Maybe if you've been spending way more time with her, introduce a new habit. Maybe now you're starting to do different sports. Maybe now you're starting to pick up on reading or art. A lot of different things, guys. A lot of different hobbies that you can experiment with, right? And I say this only because I'm not saying I want you to shift your feelings for her or whatnot. That you do what you want. But you will realize that once you don't have as much time to be focused on her, to be doing this, it naturally creates that attraction. Once again, it can re-spark lost interest. If that makes sense. So, and I've realized this too in my life. So if you really want to maintain her, if you really want to have her come back to you in a way, just literally don't pay her too much attention, right? Don't micromanage. Don't check a lot of things that you are doing. Just literally live your life. As simple as I can make that. Live your life. Don't overthink it. Do not overthink it. Because the more you overthink it, the more scenarios are going through your mind, the more you are now in panic mode. You want her to panic. Not in a bad way though, right? But you will have her panicking, or have her more intrigued by you not really giving a F. I'm not saying you change your behaviors, you're not showing love no more. I'm saying you're not over-investing. If you're new here, you guys are the prize. You have to move like it, you have to act like it, you have to think like it. And it starts with how you carry yourself, how you respect yourself, and how you still do the things that you love to do. Don't get sidetracked, and don't be that guy that you stopped all your activity, you stopped the thing that made you who you are, that got you to the position you're at today because of her. That's what I want to make sure to be clear, because you will notice how you start to lose yourself. You're getting agitated more easily now. Now you're attracting bad things now, right? Now it's starting to just seems like left and right. You will notice it's not a pattern, guys, not a cycle, because your energy is now not in the frequency it needs to be. Now you're moving based off ill intentions. Maybe you're not being transparent. You're not letting her know how you're feeling. So you're moving kind of in that, grumpy way. Now you're side-eyeing everybody. It seems like every little thing is starting to piss you off now, at work, at this, at that. You're getting into a little bit more arguments now with friends, right? People are looking at you like, oh, what's going on? You're not explaining it, or maybe you do. And just fall back, brother. Don't think about it too much. You should know when to walk away. I've made plenty of videos of, you can watch up here or here, when to walk away, if this is really becoming a problem. But for the most part, live your life and don't try to hold on too long. Don't try to force things. Never try to force connections. Never try to explain yourself to people who were never meant to understand you. You need to move on a flow state of mind. Just flow. Just be like water. And whatever is meant to be is meant to be, right? If she gets upset because of that, if she starts starting arguments because of you being more focused, or you exploring new avenues, right? Not saying that you're treating her differently. You're still doing what you want, but the tension is not always there. And then you probably should leave her, because nothing should take you away from your joy, your happiness. But I promise you, you will slowly realize that it increases attraction, it actually helps the relationship more. Not being too much. That's why I don't understand when guys have to always be with their girl everywhere, right? The gym, this, that. Maybe the gym, okay, I guess. You don't want guys, or you don't know, she could be finding a new guy there. I get it. Understand, if you remove the predictability aspect in a sense, it helps a lot, because uncertainty is attractive. No matter how people want to admit it, when she doesn't know that you will always be here or be there, because she kind of has to earn your attention, right? She has to. That will keep her, in a sense, trying to keep you. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but it helps in the aspect of you are moving unpredictable. She will start thinking, did I lose him? Did I do this? Maybe I should do more. So now you see her put more effort in, right? More effort into this relationship, more effort into trying to retain you, right? Because you have to understand, you are the prize, right? You don't have to stick around and wait if she is not giving you, or if she did a 180. You should be comfortable with that walking away. So if you stick on finding your purpose, or finding other hobbies that intrigue you, that keeps your time focused on other things, so you're not constantly in this loop, it will help in the long run. I guarantee you that. Attraction lives in uncertainty. Not chaos, but uncertainty. Women probably will never admit it, but it's the truth. And you will notice this once you shift your behavior. I can give you an example of how this worked. And once I realize this, when I communicate with women now, if I'm texting, I will never over text. And I really advise, especially if you're in a dating scene, if you're just talking to her, never over text, never do a little bit too much. Save that for when you're in person with her. Does that make sense? So when you're in person with her, now you're more of your personality, you're more fully authentic. When you're in a text game, when you are on the phone, don't be so vulnerable. Let her kind of get that sneak peek, but let her try to, when she goes and see you. Does that make sense? So this works too if you're not talking stage, or you just haven't linked up with her yet. Don't be that Mr. Too Nice guy. Don't try to do too much, because it won't work out. You have to just fall back, right? I'm not saying you have to be super mysterious in a way, but in the aspect that you are just giving her, a tease. Does that make sense? She knows exactly how you respond, how fast you will reply, especially how available you are. If she says, hey, let's go do this, and you're down every time, that's something that you need to stop, like ASAP, like immediately. From the jump on this channel, I've said, always make sure you are busy, right? You're doing stuff, meaning you have things to do. So if she says, hey, let's go do this this day, nah, I can't, I'm busy this day. Even if you probably are not that busy, right? Because you don't want her to always be calling the shots. You have to as a man. right? Your job is to lead, protect, and so, and this gives off that I'm not here whenever you need me, right? Like your attention is earned. And females can do that too, right? Females already do that. They do that. That's why when you say, hey, let's go on this, they say, no, not this week, when you just start talking, because they want you to wait. That's what they always do. Some won't, though. If they really feel, they'll, for the same night, for the same day. That's true as well, too. So, but there are still some women, no matter how attractive you are. Like, I've had girls that I link up with the same day on dating apps, or even on court approach, and I'll go on a date, or I'll go take her out to go do something, and I get the results I want to see. To keep it nice words. And then there are some that will make you play these games, make you wait a week. What are we doing on the first date? What are we doing this, what are we, like they want a full explanation, princess treatment, right? They don't get that, right? Depending on the type of woman she is, the type of girl she is, but never go all in on the beginning phase anyways. This works in all aspects though, in all different stages, right? Whether you're in the beginning, you're in the middle, whether you guys are long-term relationship, you don't want to always be predictable. You don't want to always, she doesn't have to always know how you will respond. She doesn't always have to know that you always be available. Even if you guys are together, living together, you have to, in the aspect, show that you're constantly moving, you're busy, right? Not enough space that where she can just go and explore, right? But then again, too, whatever happens, happens. Let her go. If she wants to go do that, let her go do that. The truth will reveal. So don't ever be too, no matter what they say, they're going to say they want to spend all the time with you and all that. But that's how, if you think about it in your life, that's when usually people get sick of each other, right? When you're seeing the same friends every day, you guys start to get more close, and it's like more arguments, and eventually you guys just get sick of each other, right? When you're with a girl every day, when she's more fights, right? When there's space for things to just flow and just to grow, it allows growth, it allows attraction, it allows, because now the energy is like, oh, not you again, or it's gonna be more so, hey, it's nice seeing you. Like, it's gonna be more friendly. It's gonna be more loving. Like, she misses you. That's how it is. That's how it is. I guarantee you that. Yeah, and that also works too if you stop seeking her validation, her approval. When you stop needing that approval, her tone changes. Your tone changes. You're more natural now. You're more authentic. Your presence changes. Your pacing changes. Women will read that instantly. I guarantee you that. Right? So now you're not trying to say the right thing or say this because you want to get something tonight or because you want to go see her. Just keep it neutral. Be cool, calm, collected. This works best than any other advice that tell you to do this, say this. Like, still be yourself, right? Still do the things that got you to her attraction. Everybody's is different, right? But then you got to learn how to tone it down. Everything in life is about balance, right? Certain things you should stay away from, right? But majority of things is about balance. It needs to flow. And if you are constantly, you have to think about it. Think about it in your personal life right now. I'm talking to you. When you are, think about all the times you're in an argument with someone, or times you and someone just got so heated. Majority of the time is because you guys are so comfortable with each other. You guys probably seen each other every day, or you know what I mean? Like, that's just how it is. And it's like, it's not saying that it's bad to have conversation, but I'm just saying so it doesn't lead to something else. This is usually how breakups happen and splits. Many people don't know why it happened. They think it's because of what he said or because of something that she did, but it's like majority of the time it's because they are so connected. There's not enough space for them to really be themselves, to go and do their hobbies. That's why I say when she goes do this, don't check her app, don't see her location, don't care about none of that. When you try to micromanage stuff like that, she will be more inclined to go and do the things that you don't want her to do. You have to wake up at a certain point and realize and look at life at a different perspective. You got to analyze, right? Don't repeat the same patterns, but understand that it's human nature. That's just how it is, no matter what. These guys that keep doing that shit, they don't get it, and that's why they keep getting the same results. I've never once checked the girl's messages. I've never once checked her location. I've never once, because I don't care. I don't care. And I can tell. I have a natural gift that I can tell when somebody's lying to me based off body language, based off eye contact, based off behavior, girls or female. Always. And every time I'm right. Maybe I'll say that's God gifted, right? But I can tell. And that's why certain people stay away from me, because they know I don't play with that BS. So just understand that the panic isn't drama, it's the loss of leverage. So her panicking, she will panic, and I guarantee you that, but it isn't drama, right? It's the loss of leverage. If she was the one controlling the, how do I say it, the emotional temperature, and then now suddenly you're neutral, she will feel the imbalance. That imbalance creates action. She will immediately try to either fix it or do something to try to fix it, even though you didn't really, that wasn't your intentions. But you see how that makes, don't use this for manipulations too, by the way. Use this for good intentions, my guys. Use this for good intentions, man. But yeah, that's when you notice girls, and you have to think about it, but that's when you notice them double texting, initiating more. Maybe she gets softer now. She starts to test less. Now she's being more transparent. Like, hey, let's go do this. I'm down. Right? It's not, oh, I can't this week, or no, I don't want to go eat there. And it's not because you manipulated. It's because you detached. That's why I say detachment is key, man. If you want a full breakdown of detachment, especially how it works in relationships, you should check out the top link description, the pinned comments. I wrote The Art of Detachment just for men to help understand, how to pull back, how to not be so dependent on her. And this will immediately make you the prize, because the way you move now is completely different. I'm not saying be an arrogant or be a dickhead or whatever, right? I'm just saying, like, you are calm, collected. You are not attached to her. You still love her, you still care for her, right? Whatever you want it to be. But you are not, your life is not dependent on her. If she wants to leave, if she wants to go do this, that's fine. You can't control people. You can control yourself, though. So you mastering yourself, you controlling your emotions, you controlling where your attention goes to, you controlling the things that you can control, right? No matter what you do for a woman, you have to wake up at certain points in your life. You see certain people who are billionaires, get cheated on, get divorced, this, that. Yes, it could be because of action, but it shows you that it doesn't matter the dynamic of what status you are. The status helps you attract more, right? But it also comes with downsides. So everything has pros and cons. So it doesn't really matter. But what will always work is understanding female nature, understanding that you can control yourself, and learning how to detach. So check it out if you need it. It's going to be in the top link description, pick comments. So yeah, the real win is that she leans in, good. If she disappears, even better. Because now you know that it wasn't real. Detachment filters everything. That's the power. Hope this video helped. Kind of help understand it in a better dynamic. If you guys like this video, be sure to leave a like, comment, share this video if somebody needs to see this. Hope you guys, I try to mix it up a little bit. I feel like you guys were used to me just sitting down, so let me just drive. I might start implementing vlogs and whatnot, but in the future. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts. Remember, clarity of mind, discipline of motion. You got this. Don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it. And I'll catch you guys on the next one, man. Be safe. Love y'all.